Yo, this is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason and the host of the Zoe What Morning Show. First and foremost, let me thank everyone who's donated to the GoFundMe page. But I have some bad news to report. One of our biggest donations has proven to be fraudulent. And of course, they took that out of our account earlier today. I'm really disappointed about it. They said it was some fraudulent activity that happened on the GoFundMe page, and it kind of hurt my heart because I knew it was kind of too good to be true when we got these huge donations maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but now one of them has proven to be fraudulent, and I'm thinking that the other 3 may also be found that way as well. Needless to say, my goodness, we are in need of those donations to keep the high quality production that we do going. I don't know what to say about, who's responsible for it. I just know we got to keep pushing. I just know I cannot be stopped because of something like this. I just ask that everybody come together, coalesce around this cause, and donate to www.gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. If you appreciate the work we do and you love the shows that we produce, please, out of the kindness of your heart, continue to support. Thank you so much, and we'll keep it coming. Deuces.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm a relationship hack.
Run up and get touched up, suicide. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail. Run up and get touched up, suicide, that's it. And all of y'all know my style.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Hollywood, where a gang of haters would like to be. Inside with air conditioner doing a radio show.
It is hot outside.
Hey, Zoe Williams, the day before his birthday.
Say what?
I got the same birthday as your sister.
That's my sister, who's a friend on yours on Facebook. I didn't even know.
I'm going to hang out with your
Stop
sister.
Playing. No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
What's your sister's name?
Don't worry about that, brother.
What's your sister's name?
Don't worry about that, brother.
I'm going to look your sister
But
up.
happy birthday to my sister, too, though.
What's your sister's name again?
Don't worry about
I'm going to go
brother.
through all 6,000 followers. I'm going to find your sister.
That's my sister.
Hey. Don't be mad at me and your sister at the Cheesecake Factory tomorrow.
Stop playing. Before we do get started, though.
What? Hey.
Before we do get started, I do want to say happy birthday to the brother.
So these niggas tricked me.
Can y'all see the birthday cake?
They tricked me.
So, Williams, a.k.a. Mr. Elbows.
They tricked me. Wow. I got tricked.
From Yes and your brothers.
And my daughter.
Your daughter.
She is the one who tricked me. I brought the damn cake here thinking it was for him.
I know.
They tricked me.
Oh, man. Oh, she hooked that up.
Man, she made that shit fly as hell. Wow. My birthday is tomorrow, though. Wow. I got jerked. They was like, you need to come get this cake, and you gonna take this cake and give it to Kevin. I said, well, fuck Kevin. Why is Kevin always doing business?
Stop hating on me in my business. Get over.
Damn. Oh, man, I'll take a picture later. We on the radio live right now. Wow. Dang, I got. Cool, Kev. I got. Aight.
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, we got an incredible topic today. Jeff Brown is on his way. No Dr. G. Me, Kev, and Jeff are about to get into the topic. But before I get into the topic, I got to promote businesses. The segment you love to hate. Oh, you love the jewels. You love the information. You just want to be one of those preferred niggas. One of those manicured, developed niggas from Get Out. Now, I done saw the movie. Now you niggas is in motherfucking trouble because I done synced the movie.
That movie's funny.
Oh, my God. Listen. We got to promote black-owned businesses. And in light of that movie, we're going to talk about it today. Yeah, people been waiting for my opinion on it, my perspective. You going to get it today, goddammit. You going to get it today. But before we do that, you already know, here on the So What Morning Show, we always take time to promote businesses that are less fortunate than others. And I want to shout out Ski from Ski TV. I want to shout out J Love from Dash Radio. These guys afford me the opportunity to do this because in radio, advertisement is where the money comes from.
Exactly.
So here we are promoting companies for free, and we get the green light.
Big ups, Dash.
So big up to Ski and J Love. Now, with that said, I'm just going to say this. My son is in Oakland right now. Just got in Oakland. Finished school with a 3.8 GPA for the semester.
That's what's up.
He's up there with Anthony Eggleton right now. If you want to see Anthony Eggleton, all you got to do is Google Damon Lillard workout. And every time you see Damon Lillard on the beach, you'll see Damon Lillard laid out on the beach, laying down, and that's Anthony Eggleton standing over him. Or whenever you see Damon Lillard in the weights, lifting the weights, that's Anthony Eggleton standing over him. New will be there for 3 weeks. His first workout is at 2 p.m.
Submerge yourself.
And this is what the recycling of black dollars actually means. That man is looking out for my kid because he believes in him. And I'm looking out for him because I believe in him. Now, Daniel, get on the mic. You had some of this, haven't you? Now, you've been gone a couple of days, right?
Yup.
How was this shit?
Yo, it was amazing.
How was this shit? While you was gone.
Let's just say I was doing some long road trips this last week with the Gold Rush Rally. And when I was about to pass out, I just took this and it was great. Literally, like, boom.
Man,
you don't feel like shit.
Seriously, there's no drag, there's no lag behind. Dude, you're just up.
I'm telling you.
That shit is nice.
I'm telling you, my daughter be mad as hell because I be drinking them and then I'll be up late and she can hear me moving around and
take your ass to sleep.
I'm right adjacent to her, so I'll be up watching movies, giggling and crunching on ice. She be like, "What the?" She can hear me in that other room.
Take your ass
Total
to bed.
package energy. It's not a game. Please continue to support that. And shit, I got to promote Shepherd Sweets.
Yeah.
They made me a cake and fooled me. They Trojan horsed me.
Yeah, buddy.
Got me to bring my own birthday cake to Kevin.
Man, she killed it too.
When I tell you I was going off Kevin, I was like, listen, I'm tired of bringing shit to Kevin. Now you tell Kevin to get his ass down here. He got a car.
That's what you get for hating.
Listen, he got a car. He come down here and get his own shit.
That's what you get for hating.
She was like, no, you must take. I must.
You must.
I don't must do shit. I'm pushing back like a mother. Shepherd's Sweets, man. Yep. Please continue to support the movement. Also, got to shout out Cop Stop Guardian. Cop Stop Guardian is something that is exceedingly important. We got to promote it. We got to get with it. We got to do it.
Please.
Or we got to stop bitching and complaining about whatever the fuck happens. Cop Stop Guardian on GoFundMe.com. I'm urging you. I'm endorsing this. Go support it. Make Kevin happy for lying to me. Kevin, tell him a little bit more about it, man.
Yes, Cop Stop Guardian, your own personal 911 in the car at the traffic stop. We've been out there. We want to thank everybody who's been donating. We got a big donation a few days ago, $500.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. So please keep it coming in. We're really out here just trying to save lives. There's nothing on top of this. We have no personal gain involved. We just started this because we were just tired of seeing people getting shot up at police stops. So please get out there and support this. We're really trying to help you. So help us to help you.
Done deal.
GoFundMe.com/CopStopGuardian. Also, Shepherd Sweets is hooked up with us, and they're making they're doing a dozen cop stop or cake pops. When I showed those last week with the little cops on the stick, so please go to Shepherd Sweets and get a dozen cake pops, and part of the proceeds will go to Cop Stop Guardian as well.
We juice.
What's happening? We got some good specials this week. The ZOWHAT code.
All right, hold on. Let him turn your mic on real quick. Hold on. We'll use Kevin's. Just use Kevin's real quick.
All right, so We Juice is in the building. We got the codes, 15% off ZOWHAT when you call in. Any special you want, we got the Baby I'm a Star. We got that today. Zoe likes that. Kevin likes the green lemonade, so I had that made a special made with
and I got the ginger
with cayenne pepper and the ginger shots and the turmeric shots are still the hot one sellers. The ginger shots is good for pre-workout. Remember that, and you should always get your vegetables in your diet as much as you can.
I love it.
WeJuice.com.
WeJuice.com. OUIJUICE.com.
And realnoggets.com, please, for the gear. Thank you. Sorry about
And then
that.
also Triumph Beyond Designs. These guys did my website, man. And when I tell you they killed the game, my website is super. Do you know I heard one of Drake's bodyguards watches the ZOWHAT show and reached out to Triumph Beyond Designs and had them do his website?
Get the fuck out.
That's what I heard.
Hey,
man.
hey,
man. I just love the fact that we promoting businesses, man.
Seriously.
Also, my cousin, Kenneth Boggs Suits. I got 2 more coming from him. I talked to him yesterday. Some icy just...
What about your brother?
You have earned...
Your brother.
If what you say is true, you would have earned my trust. Stay here, Anakin. No, but KennethBoggSuits.com, man. You got to get out there and support that brother's movement as well. Very, very classy, high-end, grown-up, fly business. Also, Nubia Apparel. That's NUWBIA.com. Please go support their movement as well. AliciaMullins.com. Sister out of England. Super fly gear. Pan-African Designs. Please support them. I'm wearing... This is RBG tees, the Nat Turner Gun Club. You want to scare some white folk? Just walk into a hee-haw bar with this on.
Hee-haw bar.
What's happening, pimp? We about to take this shit over.
He said a hee-haw bar.
Right? Power in One Clothing, PIO Clothing. Power in One Clothing, PIOclothing.com. Also, the homie Ramomar, he getting his shit tight, super tight, man. They got swimsuits and all types of shit now, man.
Oh, he doing it.
Ramomar NYC, please continue to support that brother as well. Sean Nichols Photography, go check him out. That's .com. SeanNicholsPhotography.com. FreedomPaperCompany.com. And I need Frank to pull up all of these websites, bro. Also, Mind Blowing Mobiles. She does my app. App is fly. App is dope.
Wanda Trotter,
mind-blowing mobile apps. If you're a small business, you absolutely, positively need to have this lady build your app out. Also, MVP Services, more Visa and Passport Services. MOOR,
more
Visa and Passport Services. Also, my homeboys over at New Republic West. Man, Minister Tony Muhammad is opening these financial institutions all across the country. They're doing accounting, insurance, lending, credit, taxes. You got to go support New Republic West. That's NU Republic West. Please continue to support. Big time. Also, don't play yourself. The Relationship Dismount. It's my birthday. Please go buy these books. Well, my birthday is tomorrow.
Gifts.
It's tomorrow. I'll mail it out tomorrow. Please support the Relationship Dismount. And also on my website, you gotta pre-order. Come on, let's have a birthday bash pre-order party. Seriously. You gotta pre-order the holographic relationship.
Birthday
I promise you.
Birthday cash mob.
You got a birthday cash mob. That new book. That new book is. I promise you, it's really gonna change lives. I've approached the homie David Banner to write the foreword. I've approached another good friend of mine, Robert Hill Sr., to write the preface. When I tell you, this is gonna have people looking crazy. They're gonna be like, okay, my whole life is different. The holographic relationship, a deeper look at the connection between consciousness, God, and intimacy. Very powerful book. Baby. I am Zoe Williams.
Cash mob.
That's it. I'll be back in 2.2. We will listen. This topic is called playing the race card. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah,
but really, this is going to be my breakdown of the Get Out movie, too. We'll be back in 2.2, the Zoe What Morning Show, Dash Radio, Dash Talk. We'll be back. Man, that was David Banner, My Uzi Weighs a Ton, from the God Box album. Go get it. 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 iTunes, man. What is it iTunes or the iStore? What is the name for it?
iTunes.
Apple Music.
iTunes Store?
Yeah, man. That shit was fire.
Yeah, he got some shit.
Nah, listen, my favorite. First off, he got one with CeeLo. I think it's called Magnolia. Then he's got another one with Black Thought.
What?
Oh,
that's shit. Oh, that's sick.
Fire. So listen, Jeff will be here in a second. He's running a little late. But me and Kevin gonna hold it down. Today's topic. Yikes. The pros and cons of playing the race card. A deeper look at how the race card could be playing you. Ah, shit. So much is going on right now. The Tulsa police officer gets let off. You know you killed him. You know you shot him in the back.
Talking about the lady? Yeah.
And now it's white female fear. Mm-hmm. Not only white female, but white female police officer fear. Like, that's a real, like a phobia. That should be in the DSM. That's a mental condition for white people. Fear of black people.
And it legally says if they fear, they can shoot somebody. They can shoot to defend themselves.
Wow.
Or it says the law actually says they can use their own discretion for their self-defense. So that was something that like passed back in the late 80s. And so that's what you got going right now. That's why they can shoot people and get off.
Wow. Fuck. So there's that.
Yeah.
Then the report comes out that some fashion place that the wealthy and the ballers visit discriminated against Serena. They didn't give her the same celebrity discounts that they gave white celebrities.
In the ballers visit.
Some posh shopping place that the ballers go to. It's like, yo, rich ass gonna pay regular price, bitch. What? This ain't new. This is not new. It's happened to Oprah at Hermes. Well, we know it as Hermes, but Hermes.
Hermes.
Okay, motherfuckers. Okay, cool. She's gonna spell it the same, but pronounce it different. All right, fine.
Hermes.
Hermes. Who are you, big black lady? Right? Is this Mabel King from What's Happening Now? No, this is Oprah Winfrey.
Sound like a damn cologne.
But, they turned her down. It was like, we ain't fucking with you. Happened before with that Milwaukee Bucks basketball player who he was in the jewelry store and they called the police.
I ain't hear about this.
Not knowing that he was a Milwaukee Buck.
They saw Big Black Man.
Big Black Man means we're in trouble. We don't do well with trouble, niggers.
Alert.
So this is what's going on. Playing the race card, right? Pros and cons of playing the race card. Did Donald Trump play the race card by appealing to white folk? And now, mind you, the white folk outside the class system that run the world. The them motherfuckers. Did he play the race card for the hee-haws? And now the hee-haws are without medical insurance. Did he do that? When does the race card backfire? Can black people play the race card? If so, how? Who they gonna play? What table are they sitting at? What game are they playing? Is it poker or pinochle? I don't know. Today's topic, man, is going to be crazy. True or false? In general, there are 3 types of outwardly directed racism: interpersonal, institutional, and systemic. Yikes. True or false? Being a minority in a privileged space is intense psychological and emotional labor. What does it mean to be a minority in a privileged space? Well, Hollywood.
Right.
What your black ass doing on the set of Friends, my nigga? You got a job here? Well, yes. I'm actually on the show today. Acting?
I don't see no niggas on Friends.
But do you understand what I'm saying? A privileged space.
Black privilege.
Psychological and emotional labor. Meaning, I got to keep my feelings inside, and I got to let the fucking psychological games that are being played because I'm here.
Right.
I got to let all that shit wash over me if I want to stay here. The race card. Have you taught your children the value of befriending a variety of races and ethnicities? I wonder how white people teach their children to respect other races while at the same time not talking to them about the financial gap and how institutions undergird their wealth. Do they teach their kids at one day you must let that go? One day you must share your wealth. Because to me, that's real racism if you don't.
It is.
I'm not teaching that to you. Just like them. And help them when you can.
It's on autopilot, though. They don't really even know.
Wow. Why is the race card so hard to talk about? Get to the phone lines. The number to dial.
Oh, here we go. Nighttime Zoe. Quiet Storm Zoe.
230 4445. The So What Morning Show, baby. We're talking about the race card.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Nice and smooth.
Are we in a post-racial culture? What the fuck does that mean? Was Barack Obama racist against his own skin color? His own people? Holding the status quo of all of these institutions and the systemic racism he was on guard.
Yes, he was majorly.
Does that make him racist against his own people? I don't know.
On guard, under guard.
Wow. Get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4445. Gosh.
So.
Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, so we deal with this topic quite a bit. And for me, one of my pet peeves is repeating shit over and over. So we need to get this shit squared away.
We not black.
Well, that's part of it.
Okay.
But the whole racial construct that everybody is caught up in, it's it's literally a political game just to separate you. So you got to understand the whole history of class and status. So when we go back to how the white race was created, or why, or why it was created. So at the beginning, or the beginnings of America, and we touched on this before. So you had indentured servitude. There was not slavery in America at first. Slavery wasn't legal until 1641, until the first legal slave was owned by a so-called black man or melanated person, Anthony Johnson. So until
wait. A black man owned a black slave?
Yep.
Say more. Anthony Johnson.
Not only did he own him, he went to court to sue for him, so he can get the damn rights to him. So
sound like a first round draft pick. Anthony Johnson.
So it actually took him about a couple years to sue in court, and then he won in 1941. 45. He won in 45, and he won the slave. So up until then, though, everybody was known as indentured servants, and so and throughout the colonies, Caucasian indentured servants, melanated indentured servants. So up until that time, everyone lived harmonically. There was no racial divide. There was not a such thing as race. It was basically you were either rich or you were poor. And so around 1676, you had Bacon's Rebellion, where you had a guy named Nathaniel Bacon who came over from England, and he went to the governor of Jamestown and he wanted land. He wanted land basically in the elite part of Jamestown, where you had all the rich people. And he told them, no, we can't give you that land because we've given it all to the aristocrats already who came over before you. So you're going to have to take some land that's out closer to where the Native Americans live. He was like, well, can't we just jack some of the land from the Native Americans? And the governor was like, no, we've done that before. And they attacked us and basically killed like 2/3 of everybody. So they were like, we're not going to do that shit again. We're not going to piss them off. So once he took the land up, he took this land up out to the outskirts where it was no resources. So what he did have was black or melanated indentured servants, and he had Caucasian indentured servants. So what he did was he got them together, and he went against the governor of Jamestown and started to institute these rebellions against the Native Americans. And so the governor of Jamestown heard about it. He gathered up his own militia, and they met up. And he was like, look, you got to stop this shit. And Nathaniel Bacon was like, fuck you. And they basically fought, and his army of indentured servants, Caucasian and melanated indentured servants, won. And they took over Jamestown for about 10 months. But during that time, you had this elite society called the Burgess, or the House of Burgess. And it was the elite society, or the colonists of that time. And they came together over in England. They created a plan on how to separate the poor class, or the servants. And so it became something called white privilege. So this didn't happen until like the late 1600s, around 1691. Before then, there was nothing called white on the books. You can't go anywhere and look up and find the word white in America until 1691.
Wow.
After that, they were like, okay, we need to separate the two. So they created something called the slave codes. And so the slave codes of that time, they started to just make it where darker indentured servants basically were pushed into what was called slavery. So they were like, look, we're going to create these two different rules where the darker people, they can't do this, they can't do this, they can't do that. The Caucasian people, on the other hand, you can do this. You're free labor. You're so you're free labor. You get a boost in pace a little bit. When we need you, when slaves escape, we need you to go find the slaves. So you're going to be on the slave patrols. And what made them think that they were actually
going to do that dirty work.
What made them think that they were of the higher class, when the slave patrols came around, you had the elite and the poor white or Caucasian people who actually came together that one time. So when in that gathering, it made the Caucasian people think, or the lower Caucasian people think, that they were on a higher class because they would have these little interactions with the upper class. And that's how the mentality of white privilege started to come about. They started to put up all these little things around town, become white skin privilege. And eventually it took 70 years because most Caucasian people identified with their home country, Scotsmen, Dutchmen, Irishmen. So this was the titles they had. And after that, about 70 years later, it started to take hold, and this is where you get the white and black race.
So right around the time country English started to come about, right?
Yeah.
We're white. Right around there.
Do it. Country English.
We're white.
Travis
Bickle.
Come on, Travis.
Oh, you need another one? Howdy, welcome to the first annual white get-together. Now, I know y'all all thought y'all was Irish and Scottish and shit, but there's niggers now. We got niggers now. We need one big classification. We took these niggers from all over Africa, all right? We took them from Algeria. We took them from Nigeria. A bunch of Jerias we got these niggers from. Bunch of Jerias. We just group them together, call them niggers. So now we don't group all you Irishmen and Scots and Danes and wherever the fuck you're from. Hey, we'll put it to you this way: if you go out in the sun and get burnt, you're white.
You're white.
White.
QU.
WHAHT space PARR spells white power. White power.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know who that is. That's Jeff Brown. Just got into the building. Howdy! Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. Jeff Brown's birthday was on the 20th.
Yes, sir.
We got to give Jeff Brown
birthday,
his.
brother.
Hey, man.
Happy birthday,
I'm like
Jeff.
Prince. I don't count him no more, though. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, but thank you, brothers. Thank you so much.
Ain't no
Jeff
that close.
Thank you. Yes.
He was right almost in the realm of greatness.
He got a lot of Gemini.
shit.
He does
On
have
the
Gemini.
Gemini side.
He is a
He's
cuss.
on the Taurus
He is a
side.
cuss. He's a cuss.
Now, the dude I'm trusting to do the numerology for my damn family
I'ma
is
break it
biased.
down. I'ma break it
Jeff
down. I
Brown,
got
you
you.
You're a
almost
cuss,
had an
though.
opportunity to be something. Sorry.
No, Jeff, you're more than something, my friend.
Don't tell him what.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the pros and cons of playing the race card. A deeper look at how the race card could be playing us all. He loves this juice over here.
I have never had a bad weed juice.
Nah.
All of these are incredible.
No, they're ridiculous.
Now that one with the coconut balled up in there like a long toenail. That ain't my favorite, but that's good.
That's good.
The coconut water is awesome.
True or false, cultural norms don't change as quickly as we would like them to change. How does racism manifest itself? Have I made an effort to explore the cultural differences of those who are different from me? Is racism something baked into the fabric of American life? A matter of personal preference? Is racism the ultimate crutch of ignorant people? Damn, how do we become racist? Are people born racist? Or do we become racist the same way we become Christian?
Well, racist being when you think one race is better than the other. I think most people, what they confuse with racism is prejudice.
How about that?
Say
How
it.
about that?
Say
So,
it.
Preach
Say
on
it.
that for a minute.
Whereas, with most people, I don't think when they say racism, they don't believe that their race is actually better than someone else. Some people may believe that. But what they actually think is they have a preconceived notion about a certain race, and then they proceed with that preconceived notion as far as the stereotypical norms of what a race is known to be. And so that's where when everybody say, "Oh, you're racist," I mean, the word gets thrown around like a basketball. It's really prejudice is the word that they're talking about. Racism is something else where you actually believe your race is better than someone else's.
Oh, it's plenty of that though.
It is, but when most people actually when they say your race, like you'll do something and they say you'll say a joke and then you'll just a racial joke and somebody, oh, that's racist. It's not racist. Most people, what they're talking about is prejudice. Like when somebody says just a funny joke, it's not a racial joke where you believe that your race is better. Sometimes they do that, but I'm saying for the most part.
Where the fuck does the race card come from? Who created that shit?
That's guilt.
I'm gonna play the card.
That comes from guilt. That comes from racial guilt more
Jeff?
so than anything.
I think the race, in the words of Paul Mooney, complaining about black people with the race card is the wrong energy. You need to find out who the fuck put it in the deck.
Thank you.
Okay?
That's what we're talking about.
I am so tired of black folks being indicted for their response to some bullshit. Okay? There is no such thing as primary racism amongst black people. As a matter of fact, Kev, you and I differ on the definition of racism. I think racism is a group function that implies economics and commerce and logistics in order to keep another class of people subjugated. Mm-hmm. I think, and it may etymologically not fit.
Etymologically.
But that way it kind of works for me, because when you use that definition, by default, black people cannot, because for thousands of years we haven't subjugated anybody.
I don't think that's racism. I think that's white supremacy, the white supremacy agenda, more so than anything, where you institute that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. But for most people to come out of this shit, though, first of all, you need to understand the system in which you're in. And so this system, which we're in today, is called social stratification, but the older word for it was the feudal system. And so the feudal system worked like this. The king, he had all his land, but he couldn't protect the land for himself. So he would offer land to the nobles in order for protection and food. And so once he gave the nobles a little piece of land. So in order for the nobles to protect their land, they had slaves called knights. So then they would give. Wow. A knight was a slave. So he would give a piece of his land to his knights in order for protection. So then what the knights would do is take off a piece of their, and knights also had servants too. These people were called either peasants or serfs. And so they were land. So the knight would give a piece of his land to a serf, and basically the serf would just cultivate the land and make food. In order for him to give food back to the knight would give food back up to the lord, who would in turn give food back to the king. So it was a cycle like that. That was the feudal system. So it goes back down and back up from the servant, right back up to the king. So that's the system. That's the kind of system that you had. Now, in the new system called social stratification, all that means is to lay down the social order. So literally everything is constructed. So stratification means to lay down the social order. And it basically is the same thing, but they flipped it just a little bit. So you in a classes system. Okay, so what is class? Class is the order or rank according to which a person or things are arranged or assorted. So then you have status. What is status? Status is the rights, duties, capacities, and incapacities which determine a person to a given class. So wow. So you understand. So the name of the game is you're born into a certain class, and the mission is to elevate your classial status before you die, which is why when you get a job, it's called being hired, because you're being raised in status. So this is the order you're in. Unless you understand that system, you're never going to defeat the system. That's
wow.
Right. Wow. I'm trying to play Monopoly with chutes and ladders information.
You're playing Monopoly with chutes and ladders.
All that shit in the sentence.
Does playing the race card make you racist?
Nothing can make me racist. Well, I'm kind of racist. Well, what do you call this kind of supremacy if it's not racism? I had 3. I have 2 now. Apartment buildings over in North Hollywood with some white people in them, and after certain shit, after Trayvon, I went up on their rent, and then after their rent goes up as black calamities happen. So I got this one family that's paying $19,000 a month for a studio right now.
For a closet.
So I'm only keeping one white family down, or a few. So I'm kind of racist.
Oh my God.
But you said that's white supremacy, but I'm not white. So what would you call what the fuck I'm doing to the Kaminsky's? Mrs. Kaminsky, I'm sorry.
Getting back.
Oh, just get back? I'm just on some get back on this old white lady over in the valley? She ain't got nothing to do with it. God damn it, I gotta pay more? Yeah, you do. This isn't legal. Neither is what Dulo gonna do. You don't have my money.
Right. So did Rachel Dolezal play the race card?
Good question.
She did.
When she was at her HBCU at Howard, she classified as white to get the benefits of a minority right. At the school.
Oh, okay.
Then got the degree, got whatever she needed. I think she even sued them on some discrimination type shit. Then later becomes black and becomes the president of the NAACP in Seattle, Washington. That's a race card play, right?
That's just hustling, but I can't be mad at her.
I'm not mad at her either.
I can't because the
That's
whole
just
system,
hustling?
Every subsidy that has come down from the American government has been, generally with the exception of the ones for the Native Americans, have been to help white women. The NAACP was started by white women. The plans help white women. Most of the poor people in this country are white women. That's what's up.
White women.
And the reason I don't disagree with it, because if motherfuckers can be transgender, then you can fucking identify transracially.
Trans-race, nigga.
So because it's a construct, it's literally a political construct to keep one people at the top and other people at the bottom. There was a comedian who was on who took over for what's that? Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah, killing it.
Yeah,
killing
so Trevor
it. I love
Noah.
that dude.
Trevor Noah has a joke where he talks about he went to the bank and the lady was asking him on the paper what his race was. And so he came in there and he was like, he put white on the paper, and the lady started to wait, excuse me. She started going, she was like, she got a malfunction in her head. She was like, white? What do you mean white? He's like, yeah, white. And so he marked it down, and he said after she started tripping, he found out why they were tripping, because it came back. He found out that when you classified yourself as white, you got a lower rate. you got a lower rate.
Lower interest rate.
Lower.
But see, this is the institutionalization of racism that we're talking about. And you got a lot of bleeding heart liberals out there who will claim to have black people's back and will say that their wallet is supporting disenfranchised people and they're, trying to help. But at the same time, they ain't gonna walk away from that institutional loophole that keeps them in the position that they're in.
Right. I'm gonna help you from over here. Yeah.
But the loophole,
I'm gonna help you from right here.
From right over here. I'm like the queen. I'm gonna ride through the commoners and throw lollipops out.
Wave at
but I ain't jumping out this fucking wagon. No, I ain't doing that.
Wave, the little.
Me and this carriage are made for each other.
They are so hungry. They are hungry. Here are some chips.
Here's a bauble for your troubles.
But my point is, why live in the fucking illusion once you find out it's an illusion? I mean, even the term, the color that you identify with, color mean when you see a color in an object, it means the object reflects that color. It doesn't possess the color. So when black people are calling themselves black, you're not black. You're reflecting UV ultraviolet rays.
Okay, all right.
So let's get, again, I'm just saying okay, but it's a social construct. So break yourself out of this shit of what they got you down in and move somewhere else.
So I believe you. Just turning up the temperature in here.
If this is just ultraviolet rays reflecting green, that's a lot of shit to say.
First off,
for pass me the green one.
Listen, first off, this nigga smokes, so you can't.
You
can't introduce ideas like this.
Speaking of that,
he gonna start tripping. He gonna start tripping.
Speaking of that, shout out to Freeze Love, who I have a bone to pick with because he almost ruined my fucking marriage yesterday.
Oh shit!
I ran into Freeze because I just moved into this new house.
Okay.
Here
we go.
I got I went to the Goodwill to give because you don't have you have no idea how much shit you don't need until you move.
Right.
I gave this shit. I was giving shit away at the Goodwill. Who do I run into? Big
Love.
Freeze.
Yeah.
His girl in there giving some shit away. We in here till we out top chopping some shit up. And he like, oh, nigga, you knew though that I have the flower with me, right? So I go, oh, man.
The flower.
Freeze pulls out a bag of weed the size of his fist from this warm-up that he had on. And Freeze gives... And he like, hey, man, you want some of this? I'm like, nigga, yeah. Freeze gave me a nugget, but he didn't say, warning, nigga, this ain't no regular shit.
Of course
Cut
not.
two. I'm getting my house ready, so I'm going to I'm at the point where you install the dryer. So I'm putting the dryer in. And,
Shocked yourself.
Oh, no, brother, it gets better. I'm outside. Y'all all invited to my housewarming whenever the fuck it happens. I got this beautiful view over by the Rose Bowl.
You over there?
Yeah, I'm over by King's Manor. I'm across the street from King's Manor. Okay, but my spot got a beautiful view. Wait till you see it. Anyway, so I do my normal thing. Okay, I got to go back in here. Now that first one, I didn't know that's worth 50,000 feet. I didn't know that. So I take a second one. Nigga, I got in the laundry room and jumped over behind the dryer because you gotta have the dryer away to plug the shit up. All of a sudden, nigga, I was in the sunken place.
Here we go. Here we go.
I can't get out. The rest of my life was on TV up there.
Now sink into the floor.
Yes, I sink and sink, and I sunk into the fucking floor. Freeze, you ain't shit. You should have told me, bro. That's all I'm saying.
That's a beautiful transition because that's what we're going to talk about in the second hour. Get out.
Get out.
I know you
nigga.
saw it.
Woo!
You saw it?
You know what? I just saw it at the $3 movie theater this week.
You mean no Colorado?
Yeah.
I just saw it too.
Right there. Oh, yeah.
But I didn't go to the $3 movie.
I was about to say.
I was at somebody's crib.
Oh, okay.
They had the OG Chinese version that was super crisp. I was like, so I got past the subtitles, but I was there. Right. It was good. We gonna talk about that after we come back from break. Listen, play the God Box David Banner with him and Black Thought. I think.
What?
Play that shit right now. God Box. Here we go. David Banner.
The Beast.
The God Box. You better go get it right now. I approve of this message.
Absolutely. Shout out to D Banner, man.
Jesus.
And on them beats, too.
Yeah, out there tripping.
On them beats.
Him and Black Thought on that first one.
Oh, but the heat turn. Heat just sweaty.
Yikes.
That's almost sacrilege to listen to that beat with the air conditioning on. It's supposed to be sweaty. Your beer's supposed to be warm. Your broad's supposed to be giving you problems. Your baby's supposed to need the fucking diaper change. The fucking chili burnt. Play the song.
Hey. But this Broadway right here.
Another animal.
Turn this shit up real quick. This shit right here.
I have a beat that follows this. That's kind of like this. It's just not this dope. Oh, that's hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the So What Morning Show. We in here turned up having a real conversation about real life.
You gotta smoke a fat one to this.
Here we go.
Gotta smoke a fat one to this.
High times.
Gotta smoke that one to this. Shout out to Freeze Love. Yeah. I think it had me in a sunken place behind the dryer.
So we're back. And as I mentioned before, hey, we want to talk about the movie Get Out. I purposely waited a long time because I wanted to die down. People were inboxing me.
Right.
Yo, did you see it? Yo. People, Umar Johnson just broke down the secret shit in it. And yo, you got to see this one. Dick Gregory did it. And
Right.
Oh, yeah, Young Pharaoh checked it out. I was like, okay. I can't look at none of that right now.
Right.
I'm not looking at none of it. I'm not looking at the movie. I'm going to wait until everything settles down.
I shall cleanse my palate of the foolishness.
Yes, indeed. The aroma of it all. So,
smell.
Right. So I was like, all right, I'm going to hold off. I saw it last week. Man.
Yep.
What?
I just saw it 2 weeks ago.
I'm going to go off.
And from Jordan Peele, no less.
I'm going to go off.
Okay.
I'm going to go the fuck off.
Well, it is your goddamn show, nigga. Go on.
But I'm going to wait.
Oh, shit.
Because I want to get your thoughts. What did you think of the film?
What did I think of the film?
Yes.
One, I was pleasantly surprised, but I was way ahead of it.
Right.
Well, of course. Yeah.
I was way ahead of it.
There you go.
The only thing that kind of surprised me about it was that, and again, this is from a writer's perspective, when the police car showed up at the end, I was so hoping it was the white boy that pulled him over in the first place, and that it was the white boy that helped him out.
Right.
I agreed with all the metaphors. I caught
The metaphors. What did you catch?
What did I catch? One, who didn't see that black folks is that goddamn deer?
Right.
I like the way Umar phrased it as roadkill.
Yeah.
That was big.
That's us.
Oh.
Two.
We fucking up the movie for the white guy in the studio.
Metaphor number 2. We gonna fuck it all up for you. Because you white, you supposed to see this on opening night.
Spoiler alert.
This is you. Yeah. Ain't no spoiler alert. Your ass late. It ain't a spoiler alert if the teacher is giving out the answers to last week's quiz and you came to class late. That ain't no spoiler alert. Should have had your ass here at 9. Now, big metaphor. The groundskeeper that comes out and says, "Let me do it," and then lets old girl have it and then kills himself.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Once you defect from Whiteyville, you can never go back.
A defector.
He defected.
You defected from whiteness.
You defect. Yeah, you was in whiteness. Once you come out, you can't go back.
Wow.
They don't want you back. And
Wow.
2, when you honest about it, the last thing you can do when you wake up is live with your present self. You're going to have to kill yourself, that old self. You're going to have to kill that old self in
That's
order
like,
to be whole.
just imagine the analogy
Yes, sir.
the analogy you just made.
Yes.
What if you were forced to be a homo?
I don't see how that's. I think they call that rape.
And I'm just saying, you wake up with dick in your mouth, dick morning breath, and you come back to your senses.
That is the scariest thing you have ever said.
Dick morning, bruh.
Dick morning breath?
You gonna kill yourself when you come back.
Yes.
My cock holster is ripe.
Oh no.
God,
Oh shit.
I need to get some salt water in my cum catcher. It's
Please don't.
Man, my breath smells like Chuck. Oh my God. I got swimmers in my throat. Can somebody pass me some lemon water to kill this? Hey, Chuck, man, you need some more. You need some
weed juice.
Oh my God, Chuck, you need to start eating yogurt. This is horrible.
Oh my God.
You've got dick mouth. Oh my God,
Shit.
I had a bad case of cock mouth. Somebody help me out? You got any cock mouth lozenges around there?
Cock mouth
A bad
logic.
case of cock mouth. Okay, I'm done. That's just wondering. What
God.
would you say? How would? Okay, Lord,
To me,
so
it's
how
equivalent.
do you get into that?
To me, it's equivalent. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm going, what could be worse? Or what could be on the same level? And I thought that. That's some bullshit. I'll have the dung patty fritters. No, I'm not. No, I just, when I watch the movie.
We get the shit fritters. You shit fritters. Got to order shit fritters.
Oh my God. What did you think of the movie?
Like Jeff said, way ahead of the movie at the beginning. I didn't like it at first because it just didn't seem real to me, because the brother didn't seem like he was.
He didn't seem like a real brother. Like, real brothers been like, what the
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out.
Well,
Salam alaikum.
And
Well,
also,
you can't have a movie.
Right.
Unless somebody plays. But all of the shit that he saw from step one. As soon as you
Right.
walk in and the daddy was acting
Yeah.
weird, nigga, we out.
But I'm saying,
Right.
he seemed right from the beginning that he wasn't scared of white people. So, the fact that he's going through all this and he didn't say anything, I'm like, this doesn't seem real, because if they're telling him all this and he's really about it, just like how he got at the brother at the dinner table, he wasn't scared to confront the brother or anything like that.
Right.
So I'm like, if this dude really, if these Caucasian people really thought, he was super, because he said, well, with your
genetics,
your genetics, that you would be a great fighter and all this and that. If they really thought this, and I'm like, if this brother wasn't really scared, a real motherfucking nigga would have killed the whole house. I'm thinking this right at the dinner. I was like, nigga would have blew up that whole goddamn house.
Not right then.
Huh?
Not
No,
right.
I'm
not going. You. Wait a minute. You remark on my genetics, and now I'm going to kill this white family. I don't.
Well,
think
no, about how the white boy was getting at him at the table, how he was trying to jack him up at the table. I'm like, no brother would have no white dude do that to him at the fucking table.
Well, but you know what that was about.
Oh, it's about power.
Right.
Jujitsu. It's about power.
Yeah.
I'd be like, nigga, I'm gonna fuck you up. You better get your brother.
Thank you. That's what
you
I'm
better
talking
do.
about.
Yo, Missy, Becky,
Get this
your
motherfucker
brother
quick.
before I sock this motherfucker in his throat.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
all.
Yeah.
And that didn't go down.
Yeah.
So, other
You
than that,
about
though,
to see some nig jitsu.
No, I'm just saying,
Bust you with this.
just the way he was acting. That shit wasn't subtle.
No.
That shit was a clear
Overt
threat.
threat.
That was a threat. Like, you do martial arts? Like, I want to fuck you up.
Right.
Then he gets up, walks
Yeah,
around,
and gets ready to try to put him in
try
a
to put his
maneuver.
hands
Yeah.
on him.
I'm about to bust your
I'm
ass
gonna
at the
fuck
fucking
this nigga.
Thank you.
And that would have ruined everything.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
So finally, though, when it did happen, I was happy. I was like, I was like,
We're saying
exactly
Zoe-
what I thought.
Zoe could not have been the Get Out dude.
No, me neither. Me neither.
And if you notice, they didn't have when they went through the pictures of her boyfriends after she lied. What none of them light skinned dudes. It was
all dark skin. Yeah, all dark skinned brothers.
Then she's in here looking for athletes.
Right.
Thank you.
Combing.
But what was tripped me about when the groundskeeper, the white guy who was in the groundskeeper's body, how he was running at night. He wanted to see how it felt to run that fast. This motherfucker was running and speeding. He was just running for no reason.
Right.
This motherfucker was like, I am in this super body. How does it feel? That's what I got from that part there. This motherfucker.
I would have beat Jesse Owens if I had this body.
Right. He was like, oh, this shit is awesome.
I mean, everything from
That was the
organ,
father.
everything from organ harvesting, everything from sports recruiting.
Yep.
Just
all the stereotypes.
All that shit was there.
All the stereotypes was in there.
I love the way Umar pointed out the passive aggressiveness of the father.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I would have voted for Obama 3 times if I could.
Of course.
Because the socially manicured Negro. That's why can't no so-called upwardly mobile niggas say shit to me
about old boule ass niggas.
Because
I can't stand them.
nigga, you've been pruned in the barbershop of white supremacy. They've pruned your hedges, my nigga.
Have you seen Madagascar? Have you seen Madagascar?
No.
The first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
The ones with the monkey with the British accent.
Right.
Nigga, that's all you are. You are a shaved monkey that has been taught how to deal blackjack. That's it.
Wow. I mean, the movie covers so much.
It sure did.
And for me, how can niggas just watch that and then go on about their daily lives?
Going about their business.
Here's how.
That shit might have been more impactful than Roots.
Right. Thank you.
It should have been.
Because Roots was a lie.
I don't give a fuck if it was a lie or not. It was an incredible story
Right,
that had kids going to school back in the days looking at white boys like, say something.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to take that motherfucking
ass.
I'm going to take that little, you remember those little puffy
sweaters,
winter jackets?
Oh yeah,
bomber jackets.
The little puffy bomber
little North Face joints.
I'm gonna take that shit. Say something. I'm gonna sock you in the mouth, and I'm gonna be wearing your jacket at lunch, my nigga.
I'm listening.
Roots had niggas going to school.
It did.
Bent out of shape.
Yeah, motherfuckers own one.
Yeah.
I don't understand how African Americans didn't look at that film. I mean, I don't know what niggas is doing.
Well, here's the question: what makes you think that the niggas who watched Get Out are the same niggas who watch Roots for the first time.
Well, I know they're different.
They're
different
niggas.
generation.
It's a different generation, okay? They're one more generation removed from the real shit. And it's hard for you to believe that you're in any kind of oppressive society with a BMW outside and with money in the bank. You know, what do you mean? What do you mean black people have it hard? Look at Michael Jordan. You on some of that shit. So it's, yeah. That's why, because they see themselves as disconnected from the rest of us because they work so fucking hard to be. Wow. I work my ass off to be disconnected. That's the same niggas that like to brag. I'm the only nigga in my neighborhood. They love. Yeah, so was the motherfuckers in Get Out. They was the only niggas in the neighborhood too.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why. They can't wait. I had a...
Go ahead.
God
Don't
damn.
cry.
I'm not going to say, damn, Broadway, I'm going to send you the beat I got that's like this.
Take it easy, Jeff.
I had the opportunity to move to either Sierra Madre.
And if you know anything about Pasadena,
Sierra Madre is that shit.
Sierra Madre is a sliver that separates Pasadena from Arcadia.
Yes.
It's
yes.
like 4 blocks.
Yes.
But nigga,
papered up.
Yikes.
I'm not papered up. I just know how to hustle my paper. I had the opportunity to move there or to move across the street from Kings Manor. For those of you who don't know Pasadena, Kings Manor is hot over there.
The block is hot.
The block is hot. Or it's at the cool down.
No, the block is hot.
Some crazy shit.
It's still a little hot.
The block is warm. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, it's warm.
The block is warm.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, which one of these languages do I speak best? I speak them both the same. Which one of these places am I best capable of dealing with bullshit should it hit the fan? Give me Kings Manor. Because I tell you what, if I call the cops in Sierra Madre and stand outside and wait, they're going to pull up and pull their guns out. Because here's the nigga right here in the orange shirt. No, the nigga in the orange shirt called you because he lives right here. I didn't want to deal with that shit.
Right.
I did not want to. And I got a son that's young. I have sons who are grown that come to visit me.
Right.
I was like, nah, you ain't going to have my sons out here on the pavement because y'all don't understand who you fucking with. You really don't. Sierra Madre will be on fucking fire. You don't understand. So let me, so that I don't get on the news the wrong way, let me go and live with my tribe.
Get on the news the wrong way.
I'm going to be on the news the wrong way, nigga. Don't fuck with none of mine.
Let me just ask, why is America so obsessed with race and the race card? And if you look at all of the narratives in the news, I mean, it's a lot of racism. Why do you think it's that way?
Because we need to be.
So you don't focus on other shit that's going on. Again, it's the same shit, but they created it. Separate these motherfuckers. They can't gather. They can't bunch up and come against us. So, yeah, motherfucker, you white, you fucking this, you that, you Asian, you broke.
No, this is very interesting. This angle is interesting. So you telling me they created the race construct to keep up this high level of distraction? Everybody's going against each other because they're that afraid of our unity?
Absolutely. Again, going back to the Bacon's Rebellion, that was the point. They saw what the unity of melanated people and Caucasian people could do. I mean, they destroyed Jamestown, and their only reason that the rebellion died is because Nathaniel Bacon died of dysentery, which is, you don't know what that is, that's bloody diarrhea. So this nigga basically died on the shitter.
Damn, is that what dysentery is?
Right. Shut up. So this nigga had... And so after he died, they had nobody to take over the leadership of the rebellion, which is kind of why it died off. And so then you had in England the English colonists, you know, who were people who were working the English elite over there. They created this idea and funneled it back to the colonists and said, "Look, y'all need to do this and break them up so this shit doesn't happen again." And that's how it got. So there's a book called "The Invention of the White Race" by Theodore Allen. And he talks about he did all this research and broke down how the word white didn't exist until 1691.
So check me, because you're our resident fact checker. Check me, Kev. The original Chinese people, black? No, not the word black, but
Melanated.
Melanated.
Highly.
Right? Highly melaninated people. Right? Melanated? Melanated people. Okay. The original Sumerian, Babylonian, Ashurian, Akkadian?
The original Sumerians, their actual name is called the Sagiga, which means the dark-headed ones.
Right. So the Cushite or Kishite. The blackheads.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to go around the world.
Mm-hmm.
The original Australians?
Aboriginal.
Dark skin.
Okay. The original Polynesians?
Dark skin, big nose, big lips.
Aboriginals. Dark skin, Aboriginals.
Now, what some people would argue, the original Europeans,
dark skin,
also
long, big,
Yes.
Some would argue that the original Europeans started out white. Is that incorrect?
No.
Or started out Caucasian?
Well, let's take the word picture. We're gonna take two words.
Oh shit!
We're gonna take the word picture.
You gonna fuck up the word picture?
You about to go to the pics.
So you
about to go to the pics.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got photograph and picture. What's the difference between
you
the two?
about to go to Lionheart?
Photo is basically photograph is a light carving. So meaning photon, a light carving. Picture comes from the ancient Picts who used to inhabit Britain, and these were called the painted men, and so they
was it also Ireland too?
All that Scotland, all that over there.
I came into contact with the Picts during Conan the Barbarian.
Is this why the Moors call themselves Macs?
That's not what. Well, that's where Mac came from. The Moors. So Mac.
I just want you to go there.
Is a descendant line. The Mick or Mac is a descendant line.
Like
over
McDougal.
in Europe. Right. McDouglas. You know what I'm saying? Mac Davis. All of those things are descendants of the Moors. But the Picts were the painted people. So that's what they called. That's what they became to be known as, the painted people, which is where picture comes from, because you have a painted painted carving. But so that's just one word. Then you have another word. So people have been asking me where the word cop came from. So cop goes back to the English word copper. Like, you haven't seen those movies. You never get me, copper. Mm-hmm. So copper actually means one who captures. What color is copper? It's dark brown.
Yeah, I'm finna cop. I'm finna cop that ride right there.
I'm about to capture that ride.
So that goes back to the Moors. One who captures. This was embedded in their psyche. The word copper. And then you go to the definition of American. So if you go look up in the Webster's Dictionary 28 edition, the definition for American, it says the Aboriginals who inhabited North America, the copper-colored Aboriginals who inhabited North America. So again, they're talking about us. Aboriginals have been all over the place. We're indigenous to all these land masses. So that's where the major game is at first, and then you get the colonization where they try to kill us off and take over. And they killed. Well, they did not try. They killed us basically off and took over all the land masses around the world. Or if they couldn't kill you off, they just basically recategorized your ass. Like in America, they took Native Americans. The true slave trade was the Aboriginal Americans. They took them from over here and shipped them back to the cross Atlantic. But what they did, they reclassified them as mulatto. Then when they shipped them back over here, they made them slaves. So they took them out. They were indigenous Aboriginals when they took them from here. Reclassified them after they turned them to Christian. Once you became Christian, you became mulatto, which put you in a different class, and now you became a slave.
Wow, this shit is crazy. And they did all of this because they don't want you to remember who the fuck you are.
Yep, who owns this fucking land.
Let me ask. Because I run into, this is the homie David Banner right now. Let me just hold on one second. David.
Yo!
We on the radio right now, David. We on the radio, brother. Bumping your records, man.
We just hit the Black Thought joint just like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, man. We out here playing records, brother.
Hey, what's your favorite song, man?
That Black Thought joint. That one with you.
Right
did you do the beat?
The second one.
But that first one, my Uzi.
Oh.
My Uzi.
That is a beast. My Uzi weighs a ton.
That shit's ignorant.
You got Magnolia?
We didn't play Magnolia yet, but we about to.
I was just saying, you said first, and I was just making sure you came on with however you got it. That's all I was asking.
Who did the beat for Black Thought?
He wants to know. He wants to know who did your beat for Black Thought, bro.
The one with you and Black Thought.
THX. He's from the West Coast.
Ooh,
Wow.
man.
CHX?
THX.
THX. Wow. That shit was a slapper, bro.
Literally, he's from the West Coast. Yes, he is.
That was some heat.
When you coming back on the show?
What's funny, about half of the beats that are on that album are from people from the West Coast.
Wow. And he didn't come see Broadway. We should have hooked him up with Broadway.
Yeah, you gotta get with Broadway, bro.
Elvis was made by Swift D.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Magnolia. THX did that. Magnolia, Black Thought song. Yeah.
Brother Banner, this is Jeff Brown.
Jeff is talking to you.
Finish, man. Call me when you get done. And thank y'all, man, so much.
Oh, come on, man.
All right, man. We gonna holler at you, bro.
Yeah, we got to put him in touch with Broadway.
We got to link him.
Broadway is to hip hop.
Broadway did this beat right here.
Broadway is to hip hop what Earl Manigault is to basketball.
Wow.
Straight up. Broadway is the coldest cat. I'm telling you, Broadway cold. Broadway, man.
Turn it up real quick. Let's just hear this real quick. Broadway right now. Oh, it went off. Okay, cool.
So what were you about to say
He
about
did this.
the?
He did all of these. Shit.
What were you about to say about them separating us from the land? You were about to say something before David Banner called?
He called. I totally forgot. I was saying something about the land.
When I was saying they created this when we were talking about the Aboriginals and they did all this to take us away from the landmass, to separate us from the land. You were getting ready to say something right after that.
Yeah, I forgot.
So you're saying that the slave trade went down in reverse?
Yes. The slave trade went down. Some of it wasn't even in reverse. They didn't even ship us over there. What happens is a lot of them got shipped just across the Mississippi, and they thought they were in another country. They thought they were in another land. They shipped them back, and shipped them back around, and just reclassified them as mulatto, or it was another classification, and then just sent them.
I need some books, man.
But let me just say this: I got something else to bring up. We know all this information is available. We live in the information age. All this is available now. You got Runoko Rashidi. You got Ashwa Kwesi.
David McRitchie.
Of course.
Ancient and Modern Britons.
Ancient and Modern Britons, part 1 and 2.
That explains the pick thing we were talking about.
Right. I heard the big homie Tariq Nasheed shout that book out. It's not a game.
It's not a game at all.
Part 1 and 2. Read them both.
You will learn everything about indigenous people around the world once you with that book.
Which book is this?
Ancient and Modern Britons.
Ancient and Modern Britons. Because it's talking about the black people before the European or what is considered the classical European.
Right. This is a British Caucasian guy who wrote this in 1884, and he traced his lineage back to being Moor, and not only his but everybody based pretty much in Europe and the land masses around the world. He literally breaks their whole lineage down to being Moors. So
racism is born out of fear, because if they ever found out. But what kills me, you got some people who know now. They know.
Yep.
So they come back to the ideation of, well, that was then. You got the well, that was then niggas running around this motherfucker. So now the question becomes, if I regained all of that information, that knowledge of self, would I then regain power?
When you organize under that information, it's still you can't do shit unless you organize. So it doesn't matter. You can find all this shit all day. If you don't do shit with it, doesn't matter. You plus other people who are learning this stuff have to get together and create your own organizations, and then that's the way to get into power. This is what they're doing. I go back: foundations, corporations, trust. These are the vehicles that they use to gain power. You have to do the same thing. Unless you're doing that, you're not fucking with anything.
No, you're not. No, you're not. If all of, most of, or even half of your money comes through you to you through your social security number, you ain't doing shit.
Well,
you really are not.
Then you're gonna have to
Stop
go deeper.
popping your collar.
You're gonna have to go deeper.
Okay.
You got to say more about that.
Here's your social security number is basically your slave number. It was made that way by Richard Nixon, who took us off of the gold standard and said, hey, you guys, I have something better. I have workers and they have taxes, and their work, their debt is what's going to back the dollar. So as long as you go by that 9-digit number, everything that runs through it is for the debt of this nation. Everything. You're not. You are a them to the elite.
You are a them
to the elite.
I need y'all to hear that
through your social. You don't become an us.
That's one of them
until you incorporate.
There's a documentary called "The Secrets of Oz." If you go on YouTube and look that documentary up, it explains the whole thing. And there was a President Wilson. He had his sidekick, Edward Mandell House. He wrote a letter basically explaining the whole thing about social insurance, how it was a scam, and they implemented it to basically to siphon all the money out of America off what they call their property, their chattel property, which were the people of America. So look at that documentary, The Secrets of Oz. Also, you can look at the documentary Money Masters. And so that'll show you the whole industry of how the money was created, and as well as how the elite instituted all this whole clash-o shit in order to break you up.
See, because I was about to go off on Jeff. I was about to clown. I was about to crack jokes. I asked Jeff if he had a rant. He said no.
Because of the time, I was trying to define.
First off, when do you, what nigga?
When does I give a fuck about time?
Your regular conversation is ranting.
Right? How about that?
I don't have a rant. The fuck?
All right. The documentary is The Secrets of Oz?
The Secrets of Oz.
That's what it is.
Well, you got to go fight some crime somewhere? Is there
Timmy
is there back
Tight Top?
signal? Oh, my God. Yeah, 12,000 push-ups. Where is he going?
No, but let's come back to this really quickly.
Yes, sir.
Because I think we have to deal with this right here. Black people's participation in a system that's designed to keep them down makes them racist. So now we have to flip it all the way back and just say, because we did the history, we did the card, we did the Get Out movie. Now we have to say, is shit so disaggregate and so broken and fragmented amongst us that the system of oppression is a better option for our survival?
It's hard to find out the real shit.
I'd have to take off from the free throw.
I'm out your way.
Oh, okay. Zoe backhandedly set me up for the rant. I didn't even know. I didn't know I was going in for the dunk until I was in the air with the ball. Oh, this? Okay. Wow. To say that we don't get it is an understatement. Black people think somehow that because we have been diminished so much, because we have been on this mighty ship called America, we have been beaten and broken into. We are not the stern, we are not the stem, we are not the mast. All we are is these little screws. But what we don't understand is that if we were to all unscrew at the same time, the boat would sink. We don't understand that without our participation, racism does not work.
Wow.
Racism does not work at all without you. Why is it that every time somebody black gets pulled over, why are there not, before the end of the interaction with the police officer, more than 50 black people there? Because you're not connected to that person in the car. because you are complicit in the disconnection of your people. Because you see yourself as different. Chris Rock was wrong about black folks and niggas. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, he has the definitions 180 degrees out of phase.
Wow.
Every time I hear the word nigga. As a matter of fact, I fucked up some college white boys with it. I guess they was trying to egg up on an ass whooping they didn't understand. They really did not understand what was about to happen. And one of them said, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And he's, you know how you can tell people talking so you can hear it. And then nigger, blah, blah, blah. And then they all kind of smirked and looked to see what I was going to say. And I turned around and I said, nigga means God. You gentlemen have a nice day. Wow. And got in my car and left them their mouths a fucking gape.
Bitches.
Nigga means God. Everywhere you look. This racism shit has nothing to do with hate. Hate, violence, lynchings are the power windows on the racism car. Racism is about money.
Thank you.
It is about money. It is a function of economics.
Wow.
White people. Well, here's what's going to happen. Somehow, ignorance, poverty,
yes, sir,
and disenfranchisement have somehow become the bastard cousins of black Americans.
Oh, yes, brothers.
When they actually are not even twice removed from white America.
Ansem, Lord, ansem.
They are not, you stupid. Most people in this country are poor. Most people in this country are white. Most poor people in this country are white. There are more than 30 million poor white people in this country. Counting Oprah, Michael Jordan, and them niggas you can't stand standing on the porch. There are only 30 million black people in the country. Poverty and ignorance do not belong to you. The richest man in human history was black. All science, all knowledge, all wisdom, all mathematics, flight, time travel, they all come from you, black person. You. The concept. Now, in closing.
You're playing the race card.
In closing, that's all that's in my deck. That's all that's in my deck. Whenever you hear me speak socially, my first sentences are about the black perspective, period. When I talk about dating and you say, well, what about white women? Nigga, I wasn't talking about white women because I don't date them. I date sisters. Okay? I have dated white women. It's not that I wouldn't date a white woman. It's that every now and then I need my life partner, my mate, to have the license to look me right in the face and say, nigga, please. Now, if I date a white woman, who gets to say that? I can't say it to her. And she bet not say that shit to me. But that's a whole nother subject. My point is simply this, that you are everything. And that's very inconvenient news when you are so used to being nothing. Wow, I'm done.
Wow. Jeff's a racist.
Absolutely. But it's okay because I'm black.
Because the flip of that is now, when you start speaking the truth about history, when you start speaking the truth about the origins, you become racist. You could be, what is the word for when you say something against the Jews?
Anti-Semitic?
You could be anti-Semitic. Because if you, listen, you remember how we went all around the world earlier in this show? And we said origins of these people are what?
Aboriginals, and that's us.
The origins of the people, and I'm just going to say North Africa.
Okay.
What are the origins of those people, ethnically speaking? See, this is where racism comes in with regards to institutional, cultural storytelling. You think because North Africa is next to the Mediterranean that it's somehow white. Or if it's not completely white, it's whiter than the southern part of Africa. You think the southern part of Africa isn't as advanced as the northeastern part.
Right.
Like, well, the only way we can justify subjugating these people and stealing their culture is to say we are the same. But below this line, down into the sub-Saharan nigga, that's an unintelligent brute.
How about that?
That's a cannibal.
Right. The bullshit.
Do you see what's
the bullshit?
So when we start uncovering the truth about the history, we become racist. Now it's reverse racism. You got white people out there, and I mean the white supremacists, running around saying the motherfuckers who built the pyramids are the Anunnaki.
Right.
And that the Anunnaki are Nordic.
Right. The bullshit.
You mean the origins of the Egyptians and the Sumerians are Nordic people?
Okay.
In them hot ass places?
Yeah, with all them hieroglyphics.
Okay, here's the other question. Here's the other question. Because I'm a follow that. I kind of follow the whole Anunnaki thing. And I believe there may be even some truth to it. I mean, it makes about as much sense as a snake talking to a chick in a garden.
The elite believe it.
Exactly. Yeah. It makes as much sense as I'm going to send myself down to kill myself so I can save some people that I could have fixed in the first place. It makes so, if the Anunnaki are Nordic, then how come Michael Jordan doesn't look like Dirk Nowitzki? You know, if I'm going to make the strongest, fastest people look like me,
wait,
and I look like Dirk Nowitzki,
right? You alien, and you weaker,
right? How about that?
Well, dude, it goes back to, if you go look at old maps from the 1200s, 1100s, and 1200s, the Moors. They had such a world empire that the seas were named after the Moors. They were called, so when you say the Mediterranean, in the old map, the Mediterranean was called More Mediterranean. The Atlantic was called More Atlantic. It was all these seas were named after the Moors because this is what we were. We were the seagoers. We were the
Buccaneers, the pirates.
Yes,
right.
The
Captain Jack Sparrows.
Yes, the Phoenicians. We were all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? We had a world empire, and they literally had to hide that shit.
And if they will hide it in Spain, they will hide it all over the globe.
All fucking everywhere.
Because you can't talk to no old Spaniard about Moors.
Nope.
Really?
Because he gonna be like, fuck you know about that.
I thought They know. They know that
shit.
They know, motherfucker. They absolutely
and what
know.
I don't like to do is I hate seeing the pro-black conscious folks
my brother.
that are always, everything is Egypt. We more than Egypt. Where's some Nubian pyramids? I want to see some Nubian art.
That was also a fucking construct, the pro-black movement. That was to get your ass to thinking back to Africa so you wouldn't reclaim this landmass. The big secret is that you are melanated people, or most melanated people over here are aboriginals. And if you ever found that out, you would have a remedy to get your land back. But as long as you keep calling yourself black and all these different colorable names that don't mean anything in the law, you'll never get it back. So yeah, call yourself this, call yourself that. As long as you don't say your ass is aboriginal or the actual name of America, Amarukan. If you don't say your name, if you don't say that shit, we good.
Now watch this though. The shit gets even worse. When you look at the sickness of African American folk, that sister who got paid to get hung for that porn site.
Oh.
Nigga, after you see, I know your porn dick taking ass saw Get Out. How can you then see Get Out and then go take that check? That video had brothers up in arms.
On some shit.
Like, because anybody who give a fuck about black women, anybody who got a daughter, a sister, a cousin, an aunt, a mama, saw that video and it looked real.
Okay.
It was a porn site.
I know. Here's the problem. I dare you to find a Jewish girl
You're not gonna
who would agree to this.
Who would agree to do some Holocaust shit?
First,
put me in a motherfucking oven in Auschwitz and reenact it.
Let's reenact Auschwitz. Find a Jewish girl who would do that. That's your first.
You're not gonna find one.
Ain't happening.
For no amount of money.
Nope. Yes.
For no amount.
Money. Your second challenge is to have that play on the internet for 24 hours. That ain't even gonna stay up.
Should be a 5 minutes.
Why? Because I say and I say again, the strongest thing about Jews is that it is impossible to fuck with one of them.
Unity.
They ain't taking that shit.
Unity, baby.
It is us. It is on us. Why is it that sister is not named by name? Whatever her name, Shaniqua Jenkins.
Just boycott everything about her.
We're not going to No. Shaniqua Jenkins gets this one opportunity. You will sit before and be counseled by a committee of the following people: Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan, Dr. Umar Johnson, and Dr. Phil Valentine.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Let's not leave out the women. Dr. Joy DeGruy.
Yes, Dr. Joy DeGruy. Sister Shahrazad Ali.
Where's Michelle? What's her name? Michelle, the one who wrote the prison book. What's her name?
I don't know her name.
The teacher.
Yes, but we gonna.
She's
put
an
her,
educator.
Yeah, we gonna put this panel together. This panel.
The New Jim Crow is the name of the book she wrote.
This panel.
Something Williams.
This panel is to review you and all the family members you can scoop up. If that panel is not satisfied with you at the end of 30 days, you are to be banished by black people. We will turn our backs on you.
Michelle Alexander.
We start taking shit that serious. We start, like I always talk about, financial terrorism, turning into one another. But we're not going to do that because niggas don't worship God. They worship money. That sister did that for a check because she worships this paper over her heritage, over her history, over what has happened and is happening to her people. More important than that, nigga, is them new Jordans I'm finna cop with this money I'm gonna make for pretending that I'm being hung.
I think she's one of the greatest white supremacists ever.
How about that? How about that?
Well, I just want to go back to your point about race being about money.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you got to understand, you have to learn the system, the classist system or the classal system or the social stratification, because the word poor, see, they place these labels on you and you take on the energy of that label. So the word poor, it means little. That's all it means. It means little. Yeah. So they place this connotation on you again, and you take on this energy. And so remember, everything is class. So you got, you have class in school. A well-mannered person is class on an airplane. The best seats are in first class. Politicians are always working for the middle class. So they're telling you what the system is. And if you don't go out and try to learn it and then try to, try to master that game, then it's on you. But they're literally telling you what the fuck it is. So the money system, as Jeff was saying, that's what, or the social stratification system, moving up in elevation. Again, going back to in the draft. That's why the draft is so damn important, because you're literally elevating your status in society forever. You're changing your if if you can handle money. But if you can handle money, if you're good with money, you're changing your bloodline for the rest of your life. So that's the system that you're in.
Well, I'm about to do my final thought right now.
Get it.
It's the day before my birthday. Listen. If you give a fuck about these shows and you don't support what we present in front of you, like what we put in front of you every week, like I hear niggas bitching and complaining about supporting black businesses. Mm-hmm. I mean, talking about the quality, Well, supporting black businesses ain't gonna help us. Really? What's your solution? Unemployed ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if we financially shamed you? Right? You went to school and you unemployed and you want to weigh in on a heavy conversation with nothing in your pockets. What if we did that to you? At least the businesses we support have a fucking business. They're trying to do business. They're trying to come up. So in the come up, I say, let me support you by giving you a platform that you can't afford.
Damn.
Then you turn around and say, that ain't gonna help us. Wait a minute. Nothingness? Be something before you contribute.
Nothingness.
Do something with your life. Accomplish something. Make an impact. If I walked down the street and walked right past you, I couldn't feel your spirit because you ain't did shit.
Damn.
You're not centered in nothing.
Zero.
But you got an opinion about niggas doing something. Do you understand? This is what gets us fucked up. I'm going to tell you right now, the realest racism in the black community is going to hurt. But we need it. Is the black person who exhibits racist behavior because he's trying to totally and completely mimic the actions and mindset of the oppressor of us all. That is the real racist. Because that's the nigga that is with you his job is to hold you back.
Yep.
How about that?
His job is to do is the cruise control of white supremacy.
The black privilege nigga.
That nigga. His job, he is the limiter on your throttle.
Standing on a master's porch with the shotgun.
He is the one that's going to say you're not worthy to participate in this oppressive system.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do you think most of these motherfuckers is in college? Because somebody told them that was the key to success. Then the homie come through here and tell you, not really. Antonio Moore said, all you motherfuckers with degrees have debt. And the motherfucker without the degree ain't got no debt. The average sister with a high major degree, and I'm not saying don't get a degree, I'm not saying don't go to school, I'm saying stop acting like that shit is the holy grail of success, because it ain't.
The key to the universe.
It ain't.
It's not.
Go to
But if I tell you to work together, you say, well, no, working together is a bad idea because the quality of the business is that T-shirts and shea butter.
T-shirts and shea butter.
T-shirts and shea butter.
Motherfuckers. But see, I'm going to tell you what it is, because racist, let me tell you where the black man is racist. When he inflicts the standards of this system onto his brother. And he judges him. And he critiques him. Nigga, you are a functioning black racist. I'm holding you to the standards of white supremacy. You can't talk. You can't express yourself. Did you see one of the questions we posed? When a black person is in a quote unquote high privileged area of corporate America, there comes an ensuing psychological and emotional labor that he must do. The labor comes from this. I can belittle your ass because with one phone call, you back downstairs.
Wow.
Or even out this motherfucking building. So you're going to have to learn to take my condescension, my indifference, my glibness, my flippant attitude.
Yep.
You got to learn to take this shit. Sisters done learned how to do it. Because they not going to miss out on giving the Korean his money for that weave or those fingernails.
Yep, them nails.
So they done learned how to do it. Then the sister come back and dish you for not doing it. So then you get with the program because the pussy is with her.
Yeah. It's not detachable.
Then you wake up one day and you find out one of your nuts is smaller than the other one because it's atrophied. Your manhood is shriveled. I'm just trying to be real with you today.
Hey.
Right? Black people derive power from putting other black people down.
Black folks love telling other black folks no.
Let me see you bang on a white man and he cares.
Woo! And he gives a shit.
And he gives a shit. And then if I tell you to come together, work together, cooperate, collaborate, communicate, commune, fellowship, that shit ain't gonna work.
Got time for that shit?
What the fuck y'all doing? y'all over here wasting your goddamn time. I gotta get over to this job now.
Right. Nigga.
It's through us that we will survive, but it is also through us that will bring about our demise. See, motherfuckers don't understand that. We got sisters in, and I'm not just putting it on the sisters, I'm just giving examples. We got sisters in our community that'll take a check to be faux hanged. We got brothers in our community that'll pick a white girl because she's quote unquote docile and transfer whatever wealth he got from playing any sport to her family. This is a conflicted culture. And I don't give a fuck who it is. Listen, my man Antonio Moore, that's my guy. That's a smart dude. I fuck with him. But I also fuck with Boyce Watkins. I ain't got nothing against Boyce Watkins.
That's the dude.
Sure.
But I'm going to say this. Stop fucking battling in videos on air. Pull everybody to the side. This YouTube shit done got to everybody's head.
This shit is crazy.
And I'm not banging on nobody. I'm not banging on nobody because I'm going to be honest, man. I feel like Antonio Moore's videos are necessary because it puts shit in perspective. I had a conversation with Billionaire PA this morning.
Shout out to Billionaire PA.
He asked me, he was like, man, is the price of my book too high? I said, well, one of your books costs $900 and you've been selling it. I said, now I ain't gonna hate on you for selling the book, but I'm gonna tell you this. The same thing I'll say to LeVar Ball. You gonna sell $1,000 shoe? Yes, I know Gucci does it. Yes, I know Prada does it. Yes, I know Louis Vuitton does it. But guess what? They got factories.
Right.
And if you don't like they shit, you can send it back. Your shit is bread up front and no returns and no refunds, and you don't have a factory. I'm leery. I'm fucking leery. But then on top of that, what if your kid does what we all are hoping he does and come out here and ball the fuck out?
Monkey nut on everybody.
Do you know what kind of pressure that shoe gonna put on our community?
Man.
A nigga at Inglewood High can't just roll up in them shoes.
No. His life on the line.
His life is on the line. So there has to be a level of social responsibility. I just said, this is what it's worth to me. This is what I think it's worth. It's $700. No. No.
$700.
Fuck it. You know, fuck it then, $700. So my thing is, and I'm not banging on him either.
Right.
I love the fact that you said, fuck that.
Yep.
My son gonna come in with his own brand, make history, be a business guy. I love it, but be smart. Your son and your sons are a part of this community. You too. So think about the impact that Jordans had. Oh, well, you know, the first Jordan came in at $65. Yeah, it did. But it didn't stay there, motherfuckers.
And a loaf of bread was 39 cents.
Right. It didn't stay. Exactly.
Right.
And in today's economy, that shoe would be $145.
Like it is, yeah.
But those shoes didn't stay at $65.
Yeah.
They went up to $200.
Yep.
And don't act like motherfuckers wasn't getting killed over Jordans.
Getting taken out.
Yeah.
So there has to be some level of cognizance of what you're introducing into the community. It can't just be about you and your brand. Yes, well, if you can't afford them, you can't have them. I get it. 2.6% is what we control in wealth in America. 2% of that goes to the baby boomers. And the rest is Beyonce, Oprah, Bill, Puffy, Jay-Z. Nigga, so that means outside of them, we all broke. Yep. And you gonna come in here and waltz in with $1,000 pair of shoes. So am I with you, LeVar? Yes, but no.
Keep our lack in mind.
No, keep where we are, because I don't believe in lack. Right. I believe that we can transmute that.
Right.
I believe we can change that. I believe we can change it. It's just where we are today. Now. Where we are right now.
Yeah.
That don't mean we're going to be there forever.
No.
But where we are right, nigga, let your motherfucking finances get tight. You're going to make some adjustments for where you are right now.
Exactly.
How about it?
All I'm saying is make some adjustments on them shoes for where we are right now. I get the grand idea. Shoot for the stars. But if you're going to charge that much, there has to be a social component tied to that shoe. You know what the social component is? Lonzo got to go back to them schools and do clinics.
Thank you.
Lonzo got a mentor. He got to do community outreach. He got to do some homeless shit. He got to do financial literacy. He got to do he got to give back if you're going to charge that much in some capacity.
That's right.
I mean, shit, I'm Zoe Williams. I could just rant all day. Shit, man. I love my people, man, but fuck. How in the fuck you gonna make a movie? First off, the movie gets greenlit. Who greenlit that motherfucker? I know that movie was done independently, but who greenlit that shit? Do you know how big?
Who put that on all them screens?
Do you know how big the balls gotta be to say, niggas ain't gonna do shit about this movie?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I can put this out.
Niggas ain't gonna get this.
Even if they get it, they not gonna come together. They so fucked up that a movie like this will be inert on their spirit.
They saying the same shit. I hate that they saying that the network executives who greenlit this movie are saying the same shit that every racist police officer and every network and every judge and every jury and every attorney that lets white folks off for fucking with us say. The fuck you gonna do, nigga?
What the fuck you gonna do?
Bam.
The fuck you gonna do? Yeah, I'ma shoot Trayvon in cold blood and get off with it. The fuck you gonna do, nigga?
I'm gonna put out a movie that's gonna talk about the kind of nigga we want, the kind of organs we want, the kind of athlete we want.
How we getting them.
And how we getting them. And fuck you, nigga.
What the fuck you gonna do?
I'm gonna break bread with the nigga that wrote it.
Right. I'm gonna give him a few $100 million.
And then if Zoe come out and say, hey, support Jeff's Brownies or Kevin's Cop Stop Guardian or the holographic relationship or the relationship dismount or Shepherd Sweets or Total Package. Fuck that nigga shit. Man, we about to leave. We up out of here.
We
the
out
Zoe What Show.
Before we beat up the white engineer.
For the status classes, everybody go to realnoggers.com if you want to elevate your status in this system. Realnoggers.com, please hit it up.
Jeff's Brownies almost done. Coming very, very soon.
You already know all the shit that I got going on. We finally paid back the $20,000 in fraud. So go back to the GoFundMe page. I am www.gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. We appreciate it. We out. Deuces.
Peace.